I also got a very private, very awesome, like 40-minute demo of Just Cause 3.
Oh.
Which they are, I gotta say, and I keep saying this, they're absolutely kind of setting off to die by putting it out in the first week of December. Historically, that's when a lot of people have already made their purchasing decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe if you've beaten another game and you want to trade it in and get it by then, or that's your GameStop buck, Christmas card thing. You want a game to pick up January 1st. But I would be totally okay if they move this game like a month or two, because coming 2 weeks after Fallout, it's just kind of like, man, especially Metal Gear. There's so many open world games that we've gotten.
That's what Far Cry did.
Yeah.
Far Cry 3 did that. It came out December, Jay-Z's birthday, December 4th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always remember that. It's always Jay-Z, happy birthday, Jay-Z. Far Cry 3 is out.
I think it's one of his songs.
Yeah.
So how is it?
So it's really cool. You're basically in this fake southern Mediterranean town that was kind of like the south of France, and it's kind of like I stayed in Nice when I went to my honeymoon, and I was kind of geeking out because I was just like, is this where you guys made this? And they're like, yeah, I was kind of inspired by that, which means
cool.
they probably got to take some cool vacation and go check it out. But you play as Rico again, and you basically go in and take over these outposts, kind of Far Cry style. But there's a lot of really cool nods to other video games in there, like when you take over an outpost, and you can like pull down statues and stuff like that, like the war in Iraq and other fun things kids love. Using their new system of these basically like hook shot pivot points. So basically the way that works is that I could take one pivot and it shoots a rope out to the left wall over here, shoot another one out to the right and shoot the center one to max, and then another one to the other side over there, clip that rope, and all of a sudden I've created a Max Scoville slingshot. And I just shoot you 100 miles into the air. And I can just do that for fun. There's also airdrops that are like Metal Gear, but a lot faster and kind of funnier because they drop in this like shipping crate that has a whole bunch of bombs and rockets in the trunk, and it just falls out of the sky, and you see the crate fall open, and then you get into it and drive off, and you're like, all right, this is really cool. So when you take over a town, a flag pops up on a flagpole and fireworks go up in the air, and they were like, remember like in Mario Brothers? And I'm like, oh, that's a really cool nod. So you also get proximity mines and remote mines, which are awesome. You can throw them anywhere you want, and they look like the proximity mines and remote mines in GoldenEye. Which I was just like, I called them out on it. I'm like, those look like the ones from GoldenEye, and they're like, yes. And I'm like, oh, nice, good nod. So the main thing about this game is that they noticed that a lot of people on the PC version were adding modifiers like crazy, kind of like the way Max and I were playing GTA, and you were too for a while, like making Flying Monkey Mountain and like underwater cities and stuff like that. So their level upgrade system sort of works like mods. Like they're actually called mods in the game. So you basically can like tweak out every single thing in the game to almost like broken levels of weirdness.
So you can alter reality as you level up.
Yeah, and they're just sort of like, we want to make a video game. Like we don't want to, like everybody else makes kind of really serious games, and we ours has some serious stuff, but
Well, Just Cause has always kind of walked that line. My friend would call it Just Cause, which I think is just really, really dead on.
Yeah.
That's kind of everything I want in life.
Yeah, and so the last thing that I really loved about it is traversal in the game is really smart. You can basically go from full speed running to jump in the air to wingsuit, which will just pop you up in the air. And if like you're hovering a little bit and you're like, I need to get up that hill up there, then you go into parachute, and your parachute immediately gives you like a 50-foot lift up in the air, which will let you glide down, that you now turn into a wingsuit and try flying around. So it's basically like having like just a helicopter inside your body at all times.
So it's kind of an Arkham Knight gliding type of thing.